The AI bubble. There is a lot of rhetoric. You've heard the panic. AI is expensive. We are building too many data centers. The power grid cannot handle it. Do you believe that giant data centers, high power use, water stress, and central control are because of the AI? The only way for you to get this email summarized is to burn through humanity's water and pay OpenAI every month for the privilege? No, it's not. No. There is an enormous difference between what it takes to run AI and what big tech is trying to do, which is build an AI empire. One of these things is not sustainable. The other you can do with a MacBook and a solar panel. You can buy old gaming GPUs on eBay and build a very solid AI system for your small business for less than £1,000. Let me put on my Smart Lady City Consultant glasses so I can tell you in my professional capacity as a digital transformation expert. This is what I advise all businesses to do. If you build locally, you will have no subscription, no overheads, no dependency on big tech. You own yours and your organization's and your community's data. You remove any risk of that data being sold, and you fully own it. That's why AI is a bubble. Because the business model for OpenAI is very short-sighted and small. The CEO of IBM gave a clean number in a recent interview cycle. Filling a single 1 gigawatt data center with AI compute can cost about $80 billion at current prices. So how do we get from old gamer PCs can run it for free to $80 billion? His number exposes the whole game. It's not that AI is expensive. It's that industrial scale, centralized AI as a capitalist expansion project is not sustainable. They call it frontier tech. That's an old colonial word. New markets, new ways to make money. Go find something to make you a billionaire. These Silicon Valley Beavises are convincing people to invest in AI because that's what makes them rich. Give me your money and I'll create super aligned intelligence for you. The ugly mismatch is that big tech's financial model presumes that utilization stays high and customers keep paying for it. But the market has shifted. Now the market is split into 3 segments, and none of this looks good for big tech. The first segment are the people who love and use AI enough that they are starting to learn how to build local models. The second group are business owners and managers who are pissed off that the pilots they did with this technology did not deliver the extreme business efficiency that they thought. In most cases, it's because the organization wasn't ready for the tech. You need to have very high standards of operational data in your organization for you to plug an AI into it and not expect chaos to come out of that. Because Debbie never deletes a file. She's got 6 versions of the HR policy on her drive, and every time you ask the AI, it chooses a different one to read. The second group, we'll call them the struggle bus. And the third group are those who have been touched in the head by propaganda and don't want any part of this. It's bad. It's a shame because they mean well and they're so close, but attacking an inanimate object is not going to solve for the ideology of late-stage capitalism. The problem with everything is these frontier fellas who think they can make money off your misery. The right ethical direction for humanity with AI is to start to make it simpler, cheaper, more accessible for more people to build local versions. For better education, so people actually understand the technology underneath and they're not relying on Elon Musk. But what that $80 billion spend is actually paying for is so much more disturbing than I think people realize. The AI itself, no problem, very easy. We get you one from Eastern Europe. Just like your granddad had a satellite on the roof for his cable TV, in the future people will pirate the fuck out of this, as they should. What big tech is spending all the world's money on is hyperscalers. They're doing 2 things here. The first thing that these hyperscalers are addressing is called latency. Latency is how long it takes the machine to run its processes. They're telling the market they want to reduce that so your AI is faster. But if you've used AI, you know already it's instant. You ask a question, you get an answer. How much quicker does it need to be? Well, that depends on what processes is it running. How many processes are running when you ask AI a question? On your home server, you ask, it answers. One process. That's it. That's all that's happening. But for these guys, they're doing stuff in the background with your data. And they need bigger compute to do that stuff that you don't want them to do. It's for ads. It takes the AI longer to answer you, and it also has to think about what products you might be best served by. It is profiling each user. It is testing and tweaking answers live to maximize clicks and conversation length. What they are building, and is so expensive and harmful, is data harvesting at a planetary scale. The second thing that makes this method of delivery so expensive is AGI. The frat boy fantasy. The Tony Stark frat boy fantasy. They need all of this energy not to run existing models, but to train new ones. More. The truth is, scaling laws plateaued around November 2024. These data centers are not going to give birth to some godlike super intelligence. And the more I sit with this, the more I think it's womb envy. These men want to give birth to a monster. It's just not feasible. It's a way of fleecing venture capitalists of their money. As corporate clients realize that this is not working and Debbie with her Excel was doing a better job, as consumers start to push back on the abuse of the arts, the only customers left for these big AI contracts are crazy people, authoritarian governments, and the fucking British Empire. Their biggest customers are now the Pentagon and the UK government. It's an $80 billion price tag and the sacrificing of your children's clean water, not to run AI, but to build an automatic surveillance state. Let it burst. Stop putting your money in any AI company and go buy yourself an old gamer GPU.